Hey everyone, it's Matthew here from the SDGC live at PAX West 2019, here with Brooke, the narrative designer from Remedy, for a little game that you might have heard of called Control. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. I actually pulled up okay after the flight, but it's so great to be here and be watching people play the game. So yeah, it's very cool.
Because you just came out. Like, how does it feel to
just
be at a
came
show like within a week of launching?
Amazing. I actually had this moment on the show floor just before, because the game is out, but actually watching people play is an absolute pleasure when we've been working on the same thing, for a while now, and actually going, oh, now people can see it, outside of the studio, and people have been, responding to it really well, so it's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell people that might not be familiar with Control? Because you're the narrative designer, so you have a very unique perspective on how to describe the game versus like a gameplay aesthetic.
That's a good point. Well, for those who don't know much about Control, it's a very new, weird kind of game. So we have we're grounding a lot of our supernatural elements in the real of modern day, I guess, America. Jessie, our main character, comes to the oldest house looking for information about her brother who went missing. So she gets there to the Bureau of Control. She finds the director who's dead. She picks up his weapon, and then she becomes the director of the Bureau. So she
Spoilers.
Come on, it's like the very start of the game. It's okay. But yeah, so she has to find answers to her past, figure out being the director, and help get control of the building from this otherworldly force called the Hiss. So that's the story setup of the story. And we have a lot of really interesting narrative bits and pieces in the game. For example, we have documents to read, we have videos, audio logs, and we're doing something different this time, telling story with side missions as well,
Right.
and characters that you can talk to through conversations and ask more about the world and things like that. And we haven't done that in a Remedy game before, so it was cool to explore that.
And that was going to be one of my questions, because that is very new for you guys. How was it to write a story when you knew you had stuff that some gamers might not experience because they might only be going along the critical path? How did you balance that?
Well, it was challenging. I mean, we had spreadsheets, but we had important topics we wanted to convey to the players, and we used some videos for that specifically on the main path. But then we know we have a lot of curious, passionate Remedy players who want to find out more about the world, who want to find secrets and things like that. So actually, that's going to be one of my points of advice: is if you love story, look for as much of it as you can, because it's scattered throughout the world. But we put a lot of the main things on the main mission path. The side missions help build that out, but also side missions are important for abilities. So there are some cool abilities either side that will help you get through the main campaign. So you're always rewarded for exploring and Control, and it was tricky to pick. There's only so much we could tell in the main campaign. So yes, it was tough. Well, we sort of included the main things that you needed to know, but then throughout there's more to uncover, and in fact, that gives it more context when you explore. So yeah.
So Jessie is just a great character. She's got a great aesthetic. She's got a great personality. I assume she's very dear to you, but as the narrative director, what is your favorite part of Jessie as a character?
My favorite part as Jessie as a character is that she is relatable, because she's there just to find answers about what happened to her when she was a kid. And for a long time, no one would believe her that something strange happened in her past. And then she gets to the Bureau, where there's this whole organization around the unexplained. And so kind of for the first time, she's definitely in a terrifying situation, but she's also in a situation where everyone kind of knows that there's weird things that happen, whereas she's just, I guess, being constantly told that no, that's not true, it didn't happen. And now she's arrived here, and now she actually gets to explore, no, I'm not crazy, there is strange things in the world. And my favorite part about her is the way that she handles so many weird situations in this game. and she kind of opens up a little bit. I think she's been a very closed down person for a long time, and seeing her open up and grow into the role of director is really cool. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask a question, and we might have to worry about spoilers, so
Okay.
be vague.
I will be
But
vague.
as the narrative designer, what is your favorite? If people had to choose one side mission to do, what is the best one? I know that's like asking who your favorite child is.
That's
but
really tough.
I ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry,
You ask
sorry.
the hard-hitting questions. Wow. There's one there's one that you get in the one of my favorite characters is in a group of side missions in the research sector that's relatively kind of hidden. And you do some exploring for her, and that's super cool. And then my other favorite one is in the Panopticon, where you help Langston find some objects of power that have gone astray.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a cool one too.
Thank you for keeping it vague, because as I mentioned before,
had to keep it
I
very
bought the game and then I had to fly out to PAX. I haven't even had a chance to play it yet. It's killing me.
Oh well, thank you very much. Didn't you say you had like 10 minutes? So you would have
Yes.
just seen the opening.
Just enough to tease me.
Just enough to tease you. That's good. I mean, we really hope that people, enjoy the game and, give it a go. And yeah, we've had such a warm reception so far.
That's good.
So
Because every
yeah.
time I've touched the game at whatever show, it's just been amazing. I'm very excited. It's finally out. Congratulations. And one more question for you before we wrap up, because I know you're busy. It's PAX. Control 2 win.
Well, we haven't finished on the first one. I mean, we've got some things in the works coming out this year, and we've got 2 expansions. So
Okay, I didn't know that one.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we've got 2 expansions next year. So there's still more to be done on Control. The director's job is never done. So
True.
yeah.
I'm just saying, we need one of these games to break the non-Max Payne sequel stigma. We need one of your games to have a part 2.
You need a part 2. Well, I'll pass that along and see what they think.
Please let them know that I decreed it, and
You
so
decreed
therefore
it.
it should be true.
Yeah, at the moment, like we just launched on Tuesday, so we're actually just basking in the having finished
Done.
one game. Yeah, yeah.
That is, like,
It's been our fastest development cycle too. I mean, it's taken us 3 years to put out this game,
bad.
and it's like a Metroidvania style, open-ended world, completely new IP, built the world from the ground up. So it feels like a Remedy game, but it's also a brand new world to play in. So
What you're saying is you're just better.
no, not at all. But-
I have one last question for you that I always say to everyone, and it's the most difficult one, so I apologize in
Okay,
advance.
Okay, I'll
In your heart of hearts, if you have to choose, cake or pie?
Oh, that's so hard. I've never been
yeah.
asked that question before. I'm gonna have to say pie. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer, but that's the right answer.
But you can have sweet pies and savory pies,
Okay.
right? I mean, yeah, they're more versatile.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for talking
Oh,
to
you're
us.
welcome. Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you.
And
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry that you launched a game and they immediately flew you out to a PAX.
No, that's fine. It's been a pleasure. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.